Hi again. The second type of analysis under utility to look at consumer equilibrium is called the ordinal utility analysis. Now, this has to do with some things that are called indifference curves. Okay, mainly we look at consumer equilibrium through the concept of an indifference curve. Now, the modern demand theory was first given this concept of indifference curves through the Italian economist Pareto, who first drew indifference curves. And then this concept was further developed into theory by the two famous British economists, Hicks and Allen. Now, ordinal utility, what does it mean? It is the utility a consumer gets from a unit of the commodity, which can be measured in absolute terms. So ordinal concept is less restrictive than the cardinal concept, in which we saw how utility was measured and how the consumer's equilibrium was arrived at. Ordinal means, the word ordinal means ranking. So the consumer is able to rank his preferences of commodities in terms of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one he likes more, which one he likes little lesser and more lesser. So the consumer is able to have a scale of preference, and he's able to rank the utility derived by him from various goods. He's able to identify, understand this very importantly, the consumer is able to identify combinations of commodities that give him the same utility. So if you're looking at this as a two commodity world, shirts and say trousers, consumer can give you the combinations of commodities: 2 shirts, 1 trouser, 1 shirt, 2 trousers, 3 shirts, 2 trousers, 4 shirts, 6 trousers. Combinations of shirts and trousers that give him the same utility, which means if you give him combinations of shirts and trousers that have the same utility, that give him the same utility, he's indifferent between those two combinations. If 2 shirts and 1 trouser and 1 shirt and 2 trousers give that individual the same utility, then he's indifferent between these two combinations. So when a combination of commodities gives the consumer the same amount of utility, he is indifferent between these combinations of the commodities. So we can tell then that which combinations of commodities give him the same utility, which combinations of commodities give him less utility, and which combination of commodities give him more utility. This is the basis for understanding utility analysis from the indifference curve method or the ordinal approach to utility. Make this very clear in your head before you advance into the next hack with me, where we understand what exactly is the indifference curve, how is it drawn, what are its properties, and how is consumer equilibrium arrived at through indifference curves analysis. See you in the next hack.